We are welcoming Derek. He's coming here to share some things with us about everything that's good to know with Seabourn first, and then we'll have a little break, and then we'll go ahead and roll into Holland America too as well. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Derek. And how do you say your last name?
Struther.
Struther. Okay, so I'm going to turn it over to Derek, and let's welcome him. Seabourn.
Thank you, everyone. So, right, perfect. Awesome. Thank you, Marianne, for that, and good afternoon. I guess it's good evening at this point. Everyone, thank you guys for allowing me to come in and speak to you guys about Holland America and Seabourn. I do dual brand, so I do represent both brands. I have a special place in my heart for Seabourn, actually, so this presentation was a no-brainer to come out and do it for you guys. So by a quick show of hands, how many people have cruised before in general? Okay, good. So everyone. So hopefully none of this stuff may be new to you, but how many of you guys have cruised Seabourn? Other than perfect. All right, so this will be some new information for you. So Seabourn is all about the ship and making moments. We do cater to the destination, but we really want you guys to enjoy where you're, I guess, the environment that you're sailing on first before you get to the destination. So this is what Seabourn is mostly about. So you'll see our new tagline is "This is your moment," because again, it's creating your own experience and what makes it unique for you and your family or couple. So just a quick couple of things. Just want to talk about who we are today. We'll go through the fleet with you guys, as well as the all-inclusive difference with sailing with Seabourn, and where we sail, as well as our expedition, and then we'll go into the, as I call it, the boring stuff, but our current promotions for you guys towards the end. So to sum it up in about 5 words, Seabourn is ultra luxury at sea. No matter if you're in the Mediterranean, if you're in Alaska, thank you for that. Yes.
Yeah.
Should be better for you guys. So no matter where you're sailing with us, you guys will have a great time on board Seabourn. So not to go into too much detail, but we have won several awards throughout the years just for our outstanding ultra luxury product at sea. And we do sail globally, so to all 7 continents with our ocean vessels as well as with our expedition ships as well. So moving on to the fleet. We have 3 classes of ships. We have the Odyssey class, we have the Encore class, as well as the Venture or Expedition class. So the Odyssey class consists of the Seabourn Odyssey, Seabourn Sojourn, as well as Seabourn Quest. There are about 229 suites in total. Now, the special thing with these 3 ships is that 10% of the staterooms are ocean view suites. So they are not the standard verandas that you'll find on the other 5 ships. Or 4 ships, can't count. As well as going to the bigger class, the Encore class, we have the Encore Innovation, which is 300 suites, but again, they're all veranda suites. And then the Seabourn Venture and the Seabourn Pursuit, which is our expedition, those are 132 suites, and they're all, again, veranda staterooms. So a little bit bigger, but also on a smaller ship as well. So you can get the best of both worlds. So, I'll go through some of these taglines that we created just to tell you a little bit more about Seabourn. But that moment you make time for meaningful connections, and the moment that you have created meaningful connections, as well as that moment when you will have life-expanding moments, and that moment you immerse yourself in unexpected discovery. And probably my favorite part, that moment you experience the meaning of active luxury. And of course, that moment, the journey becomes a seamless experience. Technology, there we go. All right, so the Seabourn all-inclusive difference. So the one thing I like to point out is compared to some of our competitors, Seabourn neither requires or mandates tips. So everything is based on how you guys feel in the moment. You know, it's not going to be added to your cruise at the end of sailing. Seabourn also, we like to say that we have intimate ships. They're all super small, as you just saw, and also everything is pretty much included. So Wi-Fi, the drink package, There are some shore excursions included, but for the most part they're separate, so you do have the option and you're not forced to choose one at the time. So if you'd rather stay on the ship and enjoy the amenities on board, totally all right with you, but we do have the shore excursions available. And also specialty restaurants or any specialty dining is also already included with Seabourn as well. So not to go into too many details, but we have a long list for you guys. So I just want to point this out because this is another big thing where we differ among our competitors. So with our expedition ships, we have removed formal nights completely, just to make it a little bit easier for packing, because you're already packing heavy for expedition, whether you're in Antarctica or up in the Arctic. So jeans are allowed in the dining room for expeditions. For our ocean fleet, we changed it up to, I guess, match it with the expedition. So we do allow jeans in the dining room as well, but we still have formal nights. So some people like it, some people don't. So you'll still have your traditional cruisers that like the suit and tie or the tuxedos, but then you may have someone in jeans at the table next to you. So just to be honest and just to let you guys know that we did update that, and we've had a pretty positive response from it. So just to take you on some images. So this is an image of a veranda suite. No matter what ship you're on, they're pretty much all going to look the same. The color scheme may change, but they're all the same. So it ranges between 319 to 382 square feet. Then here's another image of it. And the lounge opens up to a full balcony for you guys to sit down and relax. You could eat inside your room, or you can move the table outside and you could be served breakfast or any meals out on your balcony as well while we're sailing. And for the ladies, we have, the bathrooms are huge. It's a dual vanity, bathtub, separate shower area in all the staterooms as well. And if you guys are celebrating anything special and you want to upgrade your experience, we do have our penthouse suite. It has a bedroom, a living room, and of course a slightly bigger bathroom where the toilet and the shower and the tub are actually separate from each other, but within one area as well. And here's an image of the living room in those suites. So the club is probably, I would say, a pinnacle area on all of our Seabourn vessels. It's kind of like our main area where most ships you'll have one area for the shore excursion and you have to go elsewhere for like the guest services, but the club for us is where everything is housed. So you'll have a nice lounge area, you'll have the reception, you'll also find shore excursion as well as the future cruise credit desk as well. And also, if you're ever on board with us, don't be afraid to book on board, because Marianne will still be there to assist you with the booking when you guys get back, because it all gets transferred back to her, so you'll be able to keep it in one place. But this is the club area. And probably my favorite area, the restaurant. Not much to say, but it's very spacious, very open. The one thing I love about Seabourn is while you guys are sailing, yes, it may be a small ship, but while you guys are on board, you won't feel like it's a small ship, because there's plenty of space for you guys to literally stretch out and move around. So the colonnade is our buffet area located on all the ships. So this is one design on the Ovation. And because I'm a foodie and love food, I had to include some pictures of food. But another one of my favorite areas is our Earth and Ocean restaurant, which is actually our pool deck that we closed down at night and we actually converted to a restaurant. So if anyone likes the al fresco dining, this is the perfect spot for you. Again, each dining area that you are seated at on board our ships has a different menu. So one night you may try Earth and Ocean, next night you may go to sushi, and then the next night you may want to do Thomas Keller, which Thomas Keller is our exclusive, he's really our exclusive specialty restaurant on board. Each sailing that you guys sail with us, you will have the opportunity to dine with him at least one night minimum. If there's any space available and you enjoyed your time, you're able to go back to the concierge and they'll could rebook you on a second night or a third night, however many nights you choose. But we do have we do make it available for you at least to visit one time during your sailing. And the one place I tend to avoid, but we do have it on board for everyone, the gym. Pretty simple and basic. But another great area is our gym is connected to our amazing spa, which relaxing hot stones seats that's laid out in front of you, or such as the screen right here, which also leads into our main pool deck. So for the most part, we do have one main pool on board our ships. We do have a forward pool that a lot of people surprisingly don't know about. So if you like peace and quiet, it's usually on deck 6 or deck 7 towards the front of the ship. But it's a nice quiet area with nice lounge seats and perfect view of the sun if you're entertaining. But another one of my favorite places on board is the retreat. So you could think of the retreat as a ship within a ship concept. So you have to have a reservation in here, and it does come with the fee to be up there, but it's honestly worth it. You have your own, I don't want to call them butlers, but we have, our ship calls them suite attendants. So you have your own suite attendants that tend to you up there. You could do it for half a day, you could do it for a full day. They have, each of the cabanas has their own TV, so you could relax up there. There's a hot tub in the pool as well. And of course, lounge chairs for you to relax in. So if the main pool is ever busy and you just want a nice little hideaway, you can come up here. And also there's a full open bar as well, so that you don't have to go far to get your favorite drink of choice. So 3 things that make Seabourn different than our competitors is we offer 3 kind of unique programs. The Caviar on the Surf, which is the larger picture right here, which I'll talk about that in a second. We have our Carambola Beach Day, and we have our Marina Day. So Marina Day is essentially when we are docked in pretty much any waters that allow us to. We open up the back of the ship, and we kind of throw out all these water sports, and you'll be surprised how many of the guests love to just jump off the ship and just either ride the banana boats. We have canoes, we have little kayaks, so that's all included, nothing extra that you guys will have to pay. My favorite of all 3 of these will have to be the Caviar in the Surf, which the captain comes out. It's a whole spectacle. He is on the bullhorn, comes out on one of the Zodiacs with some of his crew, and essentially everyone's fully dressed, well, except for the passengers, fully dressed in the ocean on the surfboard serving you caviar. Now, caviar with Seabourn is included. It's available on demand, so whenever you guys want it, morning, night, afternoon, late night, it's available to you. But caviar and surf is really special because in the Caribbean, we have a Carambola Beaches located in St. Kitts, and we actually have they pretty much rent it out to us, so we have exclusively to us. So you could be in the ocean with your champagne and your caviar, or you could be relaxed on the beach. And we also kind of move all of our operations from the ship onto the land so that you're able to enjoy your buffet brunch on land. And did you guys have caviar and surf when you were in? Okay, so you guys probably want to talk about it more than I do. Do you want to do either of that? Oh, okay, perfect. But yeah, so those would be our main 3 components that make Seabourn special. And really, this is where you will find your Seabourn moment. And you'll constantly hear me talk about your Seabourn moment because that's what everyone strives for, whether it's, you know, the crew recognizes that you like certain sugar in your tea or coffee and they have it ready for you before you ask for it, or the fact that you're celebrating an anniversary like Marion had mentioned earlier and they try to make it special for you. So their goal of the crew is to make sure that you leave the ship with at least one Seabourn moment. So another thing that makes it special, which is within our Mediterranean destination, is we have exclusive access to Ephesus. I always mess that word up. So we are the exclusive partner of UNESCO Heritage World. Did I say that right? UNESCO Heritage World Site. And one of them includes Ephesus, where they actually close it down for the day and leave exclusive to Seabourn guests only, where you guys could come in, you guys will enjoy dinner, and there's live music playing at night as well. And then moving on to another thing that makes us unique is our expedition experience. So we've been about a year or 2. So we've always sailed to Antarctica, but it was with a regular ocean vessel. But now that we have these 2 new ships, Venture and Pursuit, we really are focused on the expedition life. So if there's any of these bucket list destinations that any of you guys were interested in, I would definitely recommend give Seabourn a try. But we feature Zodiacs, kayaks, submarines, hiking, wildlife, as well as ice for when we're in the Arctic or in Antarctica. So just wanted to touch upon Venture and Pursuit real quick. So again, it's the smallest vessels in our fleet, 132 suites, close to 250 people at full capacity, with 8 dining ventures. The PC6 strength hull really doesn't mean anything to you guys until you're on board and you're really cutting through the ice, getting close to the polar bears and the penguins that you guys will see. And we have a custom-built environment for compliance as well. So just to take you on a quick tour, this is our Expedition Lounge on Deck 4, similar to the club on our ocean vessels, but this is again where you'll be able to relax, heat up if you're coming in from the cold, or cool down if you're coming in from the Amazon. We have a bar, guest services, short services located here as well. This is our Discovery Center. Our Discovery Center is really purposeful. So with the smaller ships, you won't really find shows or entertainment on board. So this area is where you'll decompress with the expedition team, and you'll learn about what you guys did earlier in the day if you have any questions, and they'll also schedule you guys to talk about what you're going to do the next day, just to get you amped up and ready for the next day's adventure. Seabourn Square is also available on the expedition ship, which, when you come on board with us, has the best gelato and coffee bar that I've probably ever had before. So that would be here. And the square also has the outdoor space headed towards the back of the ship. So this is the aft view with the tables and lounge chairs to set up. Again, had to mention the restaurant because it's my favorite place, as well as the colonnade, which is our buffet. And the colonnade as well has an outdoor seating area as well, which has great views once you're eating outside, and especially in certain destinations that you're traveling to go. So this is a picture of the deluxe veranda suite, as well as the penthouse suite. And something new for Seabourn is we included a panorama veranda suite, which, as you can see, they still have the balcony, but we have panorama windows as well. But the one unique thing with this stateroom that the other ships don't have is that the floors, we swapped it up for kind of wood plank floors, and they're also heated as well. So you're able to kind of, whether you want to wear slippers or barefoot, at least you'll be walking around on nice heated floors, or cooling floors if you're in the Amazon and it's too hot outside. So we do have that unique feature available here. We also have the owner suite, which is a little bit bigger than the penthouse suite, but it still features that private bedroom, super large bathroom, as well as the living room. And then on top of that, we also added in a 2-level winter garden suite. So this is just the first floor, which is pretty much the bar, living room, and a great view. It's full screen, or far, not full screen, but the windows, thank you. And then the second floor would just be your bathroom and your bedroom. And the TV does come out the credenza, so if you're ever looking for it, that's where it is. So, have to mention this amazing team. So we have our expedition team. The Venture and the Pursuit has a 26-person team that takes you guys out pretty much every day. They plan all your excursions. They will be leading, whether you're on the Zodiac, whether you're in a kayak, or whether you're on foot. These guys will be with you every step of the way, and they really do take you up close and personal. I know our director of expedition, he was out with the team, and they were able to have some pretty close interaction with polar bears and king penguins. And that's pretty much, they're not scared of you because they tend to not see humans a lot. So if anything, they're more curious about you. So it was a really great experience for those that was on that sailing. Okay. Some more pictures. And not to read verbatim, but the Seabourn expedition are curated by Mother Nature and our 26-person expedition team of wildlife experts, scientists, historians, and naturalists who share a passion for creating unforgettable wildlife and destination experiences for our guests. So this is the one guarantee that we can always promise you if you're doing the expedition with us. And as I mentioned earlier, so Seabourn is a global cruise line, but with our expedition, we do migrate throughout the year. So we start off usually in the Arctic and work our way down to seasonal migrations in the Caribbean, but then we head down to the Amazon area before ending the season in Antarctica and starting over again. And there's also some other adventures that we do, such as the Northwest Passage, where you're able to go from the Arctic, go through Greenland, around Canada, around Alaska, and end in Vancouver. So if you have the time and have the, well, if you like being on water that much, I would highly recommend that one as well. I think it's about a 53 or 56 day voyage. And can't forget to mention our submarines that we have available on the Venture and the Pursuit. So whether you're hiking, snorkeling, scubas, kayaks, or submarines, you know, we have all this available for you guys. And take you on a closer pick. So it's 3 seats on each side, and the captain sits in the middle. But the cool thing with the glass here is that, you know, you can see it when you're on land, but then as soon as you submerge underwater, the glass literally disappears. It's like a 3 centimeter thick glass, which doesn't sound like much, but once you're underwater, it's pretty amazing. Okay. All right, so some more little facts. So that moment you experience the meaning of active luxury, and that moment you experience yourself an unexpected discovery. And as I mentioned, on to the kind of, I call it the boring stuff. So our 2 current promotions we have our Bon Voyage event, where you could get up to $2,000 per person air credit, as well as a complimentary 2 credit upgrade, and that's good through July 10th. And we also have our finale sale, which is pretty much our best price offer. You get up to 30% off, but it does come with the fully non-refundable deposit. So those would be the 2 options that we currently have for you guys. And Marianne could definitely work with you to see which one fits your budget and which one fits the sailing that you guys may be interested in. Okay. And I just had a quick video for you guys to end off the Seabourn side. If it plays, please play. Okay. Oh, technology. Okay. Oh, nothing else working. There we go.
This is that moment when you throw your calendar to the wind and live your largest possible life. That moment when you discover the unexpected places life can take you. Those sparks that connect you. The active luxury that doesn't arrive in a box, but living out loud in the present. That moment when you realize everything will be the same when you return, except you. This is your moment. What will you do with it?
And to round it out, and now this is that moment. So when is yours? Okay. And that's Seabourn. So any questions I can answer for anyone?
Do you have the